everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well. So in today's video I am here to do another one of my forgotten eyeshadow series. So if you haven't seen my previous videos, basically I like to concentrate on one palette and kind of focus on the shadows that I haven't used before, because essentially when I use certain palettes I tend to go for the same shades because they're quite safe and I know that they'll work, whereas, you know, most of the time the other shadows do get forgotten about, hence the Forgotten Shadows series. So today I'm going to be concentrating on the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have only recently got this, so I got this in end of July, so August essentially. My husband, for our anniversary, was like, choose some makeup, and I had wanted this for so long, so I picked this up. If you are a makeup fan, you would know this palette very well. This is like one of the best-selling eyeshadow palettes of all time, but this is the color selection, and I'm actually really glad that I did pick it up because it is a really gorgeous selection of shades. I tend to go for a lot of like these nuder tones, a couple of ones up here, but there are some shades that I haven't used yet. And I wanted to be a bit daring today and just use them on my eyes basically. So yeah, this palette by itself is normally around £46. On Beauty Bay there tends to be like a sale, sometimes you could do like 20% off here and there, you know, whatever. Beauty Bay always have some kind of sale, but I purchased it from them. And yeah, I'm gonna just try and do something today. Again, I'm gonna use the shadows that I haven't used before, just so I can get a bit out of my comfort zone. So with a nice starting transition shade, I'm going to get a nice fluffy brush, one of my favourite brushes from Primark. A big price difference, I can tell you that. It's a bit of a weird lighting today, so I'm going to try my best to have some good lighting in this camera, in this video. So I'm going to start off with can't even pronounce these words as well. Buon Fresco, just here, which looks like it's like a kind of nudie purple shade. Thing is, I got into this palette really late, not late in the sense of you know, no one's talking about it, because people are still talking about this palette today. I'm just going to use my Batman makeup brush because it's easier to see, and I have just been wanting to try this palette for so long, and when I tried it I absolutely fell in love with it. I'm so glad that I finally decided to pick it up. None of the other ABH palettes really kind of speak to me. I'm not sure why, just because I think some of them are just massive, like the size of them, and of course the price point. Most importantly, like, if this is not a palette that I would be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna spend £50 of my own money. It was the fact that my husband was like, oh, choose yourself the makeup gift, and I was like, I'm going to take advantage and I'm going to get this palette. And yeah, I am very happy that I did get it. I'm pretty sure it still sells very well. I got this part of like a little set, so I got the eyeshadow palette, I got a mascara, and I also got a little makeup bag as well. So essentially I got quite a few things in the deal, which is pretty good and is definitely worth it. I think it was about maybe $46. Why am I saying dollars? Pounds. So really, I mean, I don't know how much the bag is, but the mascara itself is pretty expensive, so I think I got myself quite a good deal. And I guess because the palette has been out for a while, I feel like they're just catering to people who haven't purchased it before, and that is me. So that first shade, looking absolutely amazing. I'm actually going to try and put on a light because it's looking a little bit dark here, so I will be back. Okay, that's much better. So I actually just got the lights in my room. So yeah, that was the first shade, and as you can see, it is like a nice kind of purple light tone shade, which is pretty good. And then now we are going to go in obviously with another shade. So I'm going to try Cypherumber, just here, which is a kind of dark chocolate shade. I'm going to take a very small amount because these are very pigmented, but there's a lot of fallout in these pans as well, so I kind of have to be quite careful with how they work. So I'm going to put that in my crease just to make it a bit more pop in. So I'm kind of making this look up as I go along because I don't tend to plan my looks, to be honest, but I was looking at the palette before obviously I started the video, and I was like, okay, because I can't use the shades that I've used before, so I was kind of just having a think, and this is definitely the darkest shade in the palette, which is great. It's coming up very well on here. Yeah, I mean, I've used this palette maybe twice, once on camera when I reviewed it and once off because I wanted to just do something and I wanted to use the palette, and it is such a stunning palette. I'm very glad, again, I'm glad I purchased it. I'm just going to say that constantly, but yeah, it's a very nice palette. And for me, like, high end is never my go-to, but sometimes you just got to treat yourself. So yeah, that was the Cypherumber, and that is a nice kind of dark shade. I didn't go too heavy because again it will be very pigmented. So I'm now going to go in with I think it's weird because most of these shades I have tried, and I feel like maybe Love Letter, which is the dark pink. Again, I'm not going to go too heavy because it won't really work. I feel like going in with the same brush. I might just go in with that brush as well, very lightly, just take it on the corner and just blend it up, because I'm going to go quite quick with it, just so the two shades blend in. Okay. Yeah, everything else that I'm wearing is like my project pan, basically, because I've been neglecting those. So I thought today would be a perfect day to just use them. So it's coming out quite well. Yeah, I don't want to go too heavy on the Love Letter pink because I'm not really going for a pink look today. Although you can do a lot of looks with this palette because there's just such an array of shades. Like, you've got a lot of like nude tones, a lot of berry tones as well. So this is a nice palette for, yeah, just something like nude tone, pink tone. So okay, I think that second shade I need to blend it a little bit more because it's looking quite just like it's stuck there slightly. I'm going to go back in with the brush. I don't even know. Oh, I was using that brush. I was like, what brush did I use? And it is that brush. So I'm just going to blend it a bit more. I might have to use a clean brush to do that. It's looking like a kind of blob, but I will make it work. Just going to blend a lot. So I'm going to take Love Letter as well. Blend it all. It's very difficult to see in this light. I really apologize. I need to get my my light out again, because sometimes I just feel like, oh, I don't really need it, but then I do because it's a very gloomy day today, but that's fine. Okay, I feel like now going in with the shimmer just to kind of top everything off, and then I have used some of the shimmers before, but I think Antique Bronze just here is one that I have not used yet. So I am going to use a setting spray as well. So I'm just going to get my spray, which is just there. Okay, so I'm just going to take some of Antique Bronze just here. It's picked up. It doesn't even look like a shimmer, but I'm going to tap off the excess and let's get some setting spray, and then let's get this on to the rest of my lid. I actually think this is a matte shade. What is wrong with me? It is a matte shade. I've just messed up. Okay, let me add some of that shade just to the corners and then I'll add a shimmer on top. I don't know why I did that. I should have swatched it first because I'm such an idiot. I think what it is, I thought it was a shimmer, obviously, but I think some of the shimmers from the other shades have gone onto that one, so that was my fail, to be honest, but everything's looking all right. It's looking a bit autumnal, to be honest, which is good because it's now October, so that means it's basically Halloween now. So let's go in with an actual shimmer now. Oh wow, this video is going so well. Yeah, let's take a small one first, and I actually have not tried Vermeer before. And do I have another flat brush? Yeah, we'll just use this one, and we are going to take it. The thing is, there's no dark shimmers in this one, so if you wanted to get a dark shimmer, you'd probably have to use another palette. I'm just going to take this. Ooh, okay, just slightly tap it here, not going in too heavy because again I don't want it to be like the main part. Wow, that's gorgeous. That's very nice. Perfect. So I'm just going to quickly clean everything up because I feel like I've made a bit of a mess. So when I come back, I will give my final thoughts on my forgotten shades. Okay, so I've just tidied everything up, and yeah, everything's looking pretty good. I must say I have done better looks before with this palette. Again, I want to be quite daring. I want to try other shades instead of going back to the same ones again. And I feel like this palette, regardless of whatever shade I use, is still going to be amazing. And I do really love this palette. Again, there must be a dupe out there. I'm not really sure what brand, but there's definitely a dupe of this palette if you can't afford something like £45 for a palette, because honestly I don't tend to go for those type of palettes anyway, but sometimes you just got to treat yourself. So this is my finished look. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're still using this palette, because again, it's been out for a while and obviously it's still a very popular item. And if you're thinking of buying it, and if you've got the money, then go for it, because it is definitely worth it. Forgot to mention it does come with a brush as well, which is actually a very nice brush. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there. And I hope you're having a really good week, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye guys.